Hey, I'm RT and welcome back to RTsWorld. So today I present you a new machine on this channel and it is called the Furnace. And the Furnace is right behind me. It starts very cool at the bottom, like white colors, gets more yellowish, orangish, up to red and magma blocks where it gets really hot and the prices get really hot. So that's the machine I want to present you today. And today's video will be, as always, structured into two parts. The first part will be the explanatory part where I show you how this machine works, what I thought about the circuits, and how to basically understand the concept behind it. As you can see here, it's a very compact design. It's pretty high for a casino machine, but I think it's worth to build it, even in single-player survival Minecraft or multiplayer survival Minecraft. And in the second part of the video, I will show you how to build it block by block, so you can have this machine in your single player or multiplayer world as well. And I will also include a material list, as from now on I will do that in every video, so you know which materials exactly together to build this gorgeous machine. So what did I thought about this one? First of all, the input is in the floor, since I wanted to have the menu screen or the feedback screen as clean as possible. So an option with input in the wall was not an option this time, and I just went straight for the basically floor variant where a light indicates when I can insert the next diamond block. And as you can see now, oh, I got a diamond. Yeah, very poor prices this time, and now I can play it again. So let's insert another diamond block. Let's see how it works. Oh, now I started all 3 rows. 2 diamonds each. Another diamond. Can we go further? No, it stopped. So this was the result of 2 runs, 7 gold ingots and 6 diamonds. Yeah, I just inserted 18 diamonds, so I made a profit for the casino owner. So, but how does this machine work? First of all, we start here at the bottom. It's not a fairly complicated circuit, but it's a big one, and there's a lot of things going on here. So I will try to explain it to you. First of all, we just basically insert here a diamond block. All our profits will be stored in this chest as a casino owner, and as soon as we insert here 1 block of diamond, we increase the signal strength here and transferring this wooden X into this dropper here, therefore powering those 2 comparators. The first comparator is just, yeah, its job is to depower this torch here, this light here, to indicate that we cannot insert another diamond block at this point in time. And the second one is the more important one. It just generates a 4-tick pulse that starts this 14 lime wool timer, and that's how long the machine takes to reset itself, since after a certain amount of time, the wooden X will be just transferred back into the original dropper, and you can play the machine again. So now we're going into the interesting part, the blue circuitry, where we have the middle row starting with 100% chance, and both the right and the left row starting with only 66% chance. That's how to represent 66%. It's 2 wooden X's, so non-stackable items, and 1 stackable one. Same goes for the other one. So we are starting the rows here in 100, 66 and 66%. You can show that very nice. Yeah, that was the gold ingot. Another gold ingot. So we only started the middle row now. Yeah, and we only got 2 gold ingots or 3, since we always go single drop, double drop, single drop, double drop, single drop. That's how it's configured. So let's start one more time. Let's insert a diamond block and see what goes. Yeah, the middle and the left row. Middle row only. Yeah, middle row. Come on. Yes, another 2 diamonds and... oh, we were very lucky this time. We made it all the way to the top. Great. So, but how do you customize this machine? I always look for my machines to be 100% customizable by you, by the people who build it. And I'm also super glad of all of you appreciating this feature. So I really try to design it into every machine from the principle from the start on. And now I want to show you how one of those slices operates, since we have here 3 slices in total. And that's why I isolated one of them here in the background. I just cut everything from the machine except this one slice here, the most left one. And this is the 66% slice, as we can see here. So 66% of the time we power this repeater, we transfer the signal upwards, as we can see here, into this dropper. And this dropper is set to 100%. It will power this comparator to signal strength. It will power the repeater, power the light, the observer will detect it, and the observer will power then the item dropper, which gives us our price, and this repeater will power the lamp, therefore indicating with the light that we won. So what happens next? Next up, I don't know why that, yeah, of course the torch was removed now. Very sorry for that. Yeah, now we just basically continue on. So what happens next is that the torch depowers, the signal is getting transferred, powers this torch, powers this redstone dust, powers those repeaters, and powers the next slice, which is in this case 66%. The next one is 50%, the next one is 50%, the next one is 50%. So that's how I configured this stack. And before we start, I will just for demonstration purposes set this dropper to 100% now by removing the slime wool. So it's a little bit easier for me and don't need like 20 trials to get it working. So first one worked, second one worked, third one worked, fourth one also, and the fifth one. Whoa, that was super lucky. That was the whole stack now firing at once. Perfect. That's how it should be if you want to go from bottom to top, and that's how the circuitry is basically connected. And now I want to show you the timing system again. So let's insert another diamond block. We now start a timer, just transferring all the items into this hopper here. Then as soon as it hits 14, it will transfer back. And as soon as it's over, we power this piston very shortly and moving the X back from this dropper to that one. That's how the resetting works. So it's 100% time based. And now we just basically take this slice, stack it 2 times over, and what we got is this fully working machine here. And I will show you this in full operation before we go to the odd calculation. Let's insert here 1 diamond. And as we can see here, we now started all 3 slices. Yes, there's some even going. Oh, we made it to the 2 diamond blocks this time. So very, very lucky this time. And I will show you exactly how lucky we were this time, since I have here a perfect calculation of all the numbers. So first of all, we're going to start with our redstone input here at the bottom. And we start the middle row, or the middle slice with 100%, the left and right one with 66%. And then if we add up all the odds, since they're completely the same for all the slices, so we have 100, 66, 50, 50, and 50%. So you just multiply 100 times 0.66 times 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and you end up with a total chance of getting to the top per slice of 8.25%. For all 3 slices, it's the same odds. And then you just multiply 8.25 or 66 times 0.0825, you get 5.5% if you round it up in total for the left slice. For the right slice the same, and the middle slice is a little bit more likely to hit the top with 8%. And if you want to get all the prices at once in one go, you just have a 0.025% chance. That's how you work out the odds of this machine. And what I also wanted to say is that the middle slice is on purpose a little bit more likely to win you items, since I just have here the worst item on the top. It's just a diamond, and on the other one it's a diamond block. So that's how you trick the customers basically into playing the game by saying, hey, cool, I can win diamond blocks here and there, but not in the middle, but the middle one is the most likely to go all the way up. So that's how you design a casino machine, and that's also the purpose of casino machines. And as soon as we rise, we get even hotter and hotter on the furnace, and the prices get hotter and hotter. So with that explained, I think you now have a very good overview about the mechanics of this machine and how I thought about it. And of course, if you want to now customize it, just make sure to replace the diamonds, I don't know, for netherite here on top, make it even less likely. If you want to configure the odds to be less likely, just get in there more stackable items, as so that would be 11% only instead of 50. And if you do that for a lot of droppers, you get really, really unlucky, or you can basically don't get really unlucky. You can get higher prices or better prices into your casino machine without losing revenue. And That's how you basically should design it. If you have more expensive prices, make sure to add in more of those stackable items. If you have worse prices than me, maybe you should consider getting more wooden axes in and increasing the odds, for example, to 80% for the dropper and not leaving them at 66 or so. But there are you completely free. You can design it as you like, and you can also design, for example, a machine where you have 100% on all the rows to start them, but I like it that it's not always 100%. So that gives you a lot of room as a casino owner to make a little bit more out of the machine. And with that said, thanks for the watching of the first part, and now I will see you in the block by block tutorial in a second. Welcome to the block by block tutorial, and after you saw all the material lists, you now are able to build this in single player and multiplayer. Survival, of course. And we're gonna start with an 11 by 13 platform, and 11 would be this block right here. So the 12th block would be the screen, and the screen is 7 by 11, 11 tall, 7 wide, and then we have, of course, this frame, this black one, which is 13 high, and 14 high, even the frame with the trapdoors. They're all powered with levers, so if you wondered why there are so many levers involved into the material list, that's why. And from behind it looks like this. So make sure to pause the video at any point to build this basically prefabricated or pre-built section of the video before we start with the real block by block tutorial. So here in the bottom we also have a soul sand and a lamp with a diamond block, and here all these droppers are of course already filled with the corresponding items displayed on the front. So now I want to start here by alternating 2 green wool types, and we're gonna start to add in some torches as well. That's the first part we want to do. And then we go here back to the soul sand, and beneath the soul sand we're gonna start with the profit chest, which would be right here. So that's where a hopper goes, and that's where a hopper goes. Next up we're gonna place in here 2 wool blocks and this configuration, comparator, repeaters, and some redstone torches. And then we're gonna place in 18 right here, 3 there, and our currency item, which is diamond block 1, 2, 3. The third one should be already in the chest, and one should be in the hopper beneath. So then we're gonna start with dropper, putting a wooden X into the first one, and then we grab real quick some magenta wool and we're gonna place a repeater right here, the magenta wool right there with a redstone on top. And then we also gonna place in a redstone torch that should power this lamp, and from here on we're just gonna switch to blue wool like so. And here we're gonna have a repeater, a sticky piston. Where are my sticky pistons? Here, a sticky piston, and then repeater set to 4 ticks, and that's where we go afterwards to our first row of droppers. Next up we're gonna grab an output right here, going into a block, comparator, 2 hoppers facing into each other, and we're gonna place in here some redstone dust, here a torch, there a torch, and into the first one we're just gonna place 14 items, doesn't matter which items they are, just 14. Here we're gonna place a comparator, then we're gonna have another redstone torch, a repeater, a sticky piston in the floor, another repeater, set to 2 ticks, and then just 3 repeaters like this. So perfect. Now if we insert here a diamond block, and we can do that already from the top. I just hit the edge. If we do that, we start here the timer. As we can see here, timer is working, and after a certain amount of time this piston should go down and the torch should turn on again. Perfect. So next up we're gonna design the comparators and the observers. So here behind this block we always have our droppers, so that's why we need observers facing into those directions, like so. And for every second observer there will be 3 of them, so that's why we'll just increase the observer length like that. Then we will place some redstone lamps, and from here on we just continue on with a lot of those blocks. So starting from the bottom, we're gonna do repeater, redstone, repeater, redstone, redstone, repeater, repeater, sorry I forgot that, and then just repeat the pattern. Like this. That should be done by now. Then we're gonna do 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. And from now on we just continue 3 blocks out from the start of this redstone line. So we have comparator, 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 comparator. Then I have here some pre-configured droppers, which are 100% since there's only wooden X in there. And we just place them in this alternating zigzag fashion all the way to the top. And now we can also, if we want to increase server performance, build here a little bit of composters. You don't have to do it, but I usually do it, since then the hoppers won't lag that much. So next up we're gonna place in right here a repeater, a redstone dust, then we go down 1, redstone dust, we go down 1, repeater, and we go down 2, and that's already where our comparator is. And here we again have a dropper with a hopper and a composter on top, and that's also where our repeater will go, like this. So now we are able to transfer the signal from down into the first slice, and then we need some pink wool, and on this pink wool we're gonna place 12 repeaters. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, like this. And then we're just gonna go with a torch and another block right like that. Then we're gonna go block, 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 redstone dust, repeater, repeater. Then we're in the second slice, so we can go to the next one, which will be only 11 repeaters. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Then we have the block, then we have the torch, then we have another block, and then again we're gonna have here 1 2 3 4, and we're building again repeater, repeater, redstone dust, redstone dust. Next slice, like this. Here we do the torch, here will be another block, and then we have 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Then we're gonna fly right over and have here redstone dust and a repeater. Last slice, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. No, this time we're gonna do it differently. We just have 1 2 3 4 5 6 repeaters, then we have a block, then we have a torch, then we have a repeater, and then we're gonna have this kind of configuration right like this. And now we have to get the timings right. So between the slices we now have 12 repeaters here and then 2 there. So that would be 14. Next one is just 11, 12, 13. So that's the 14th tick. Then we have again 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And for the last one we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now we should have an equal spacing. Let's see. And as you saw, we got 2 prices of all of those slots, which is perfect. So now we have to mirror this slot over to the left, and I will do that just in World Edit. So I just mirrored that circuit over, as you can see here. And it's super convenient since we have right in the middle a mirror plane, and it's just the same, just mirrored. And now we have to wire it on the bottom as well. So just make sure to connect it with some redstone dust. And now we can test the second slice as well. Perfect, it works. We get 2 prices each and they are perfectly synced. Next up, we're just gonna copy one of those slices, and I will do the left one from my point of view now and copy it over to the middle. So after copying the middle slice as well, you can see that some of the circuits connect and we don't want that. So that's why we have to basically get rid of all the pink vertical stuff right here, and we're gonna increase the length by 2 of all of those pink slices, as you can see here. And we're gonna add 2 more repeaters to each. That was not a very smart way of doing it, but we're gonna add 2 repeaters to all these slices, as we can see here. And then we're able to extend those gray ones by 2. And now, just as usual, put here all the torches and all the blocks, as we can see here. And the last row is different. I forgot to mention that. Just remove everything here, and we're gonna just take this repeater row right here, and we're just gonna bring it over as for all the other ones with the torches like this. So now we need a repeater on each of those where the block hits the torch beneath the other one, as you can see here, and then we're just gonna add another piece of redstone dust, and we're just gonna do it here as well, so with everywhere. So in total that means we have now 3 ticks more compared to the outer circuits, and if we would start it, we would have a delay for the middle one, and the other ones would be a little bit faster. So that's why we have to adjust the outer ones. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 ticks more for each of those. And for the top circuit, we just wait a little bit with that one. 3 ticks more. Why 3 ticks exactly? 2 repeaters more on the bottom pink circuit, and 1 more on the gray one. And for the top circuit, we just have here 14 ticks, and here we're gonna have now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 16, so 4 ticks in total more. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it should work. And by making sure everything is connected up in the bottom, one correction, we have to adjust the repeaters here to be only 1 tick, not 2, since we have only 2 ticks more in the middle compared to the other ones. And also make sure to wire everything here correctly, the blue circuit, and now we're able to test it. Let's see. We should get 1 prize from the row, 2 prizes from this row, 1 prize from that row, again 2 prizes since it's alternating, and then 1 prize. Perfect. Perfectly synced, and that's how you basically do it. And now it's customization time. For you now as a casino builder, it's time to customize all the odds, since they're all now at 100%, a little bit easier to troubleshoot things. And now you can adjust them as you like. So make sure to adjust these 3 here, and also the 5 in each slot, so 15 in total, to make sure you get your odds you desire. And if you want to also make like a combined prize, if you end up basically winning everything, you could make here an end gate like so. And if this torch powers on, it only powers on if all the 3 basically top droppers spit something out, and you could make here like a master dropper on top somewhere, and where a super nice prize like a head or dragon head, whatever is in, to make it even more attractive, but that's completely up to you. And with that said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you ran into any problems during the building phase, make sure to download the world. There's a video download link in the description, and you could troubleshoot there if you want to. And also thanks to all the Patreons, thanks to all the subs, and thanks to all the comments. I really, really appreciate it. I read every single comment. I try to do all your suggestions. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.